Hey guys, I'm here to review episode 1. It's a 4-parter of the Hulk Hogan documentary. So it's called, let me just check, so I wrote it down what it's called, and I'll put it in the description on my phone for you to watch. Just click the link and it'll take you to the episode. It's called, hold on a second, The Real American Documentary, and it's episode 1 called The Rise. So at the start of the episode, the media are talking about Hogan dying from unknown causes. It's never really said what it was. Some said heart attack, but it's not really. It's very controversial, Hogan's death. We don't really know how he died and what caused it, but some said a heart attack. I don't know. I can't remember what he died of, but he died last year. And then it then it goes to the documentary of him talking about his life and career. And then he's doing a workout in the gym, and it's showing clips of his WF run. Then he then he said something funny. He said, "I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest wrestler of all time." Now, I disagree with in-ring worker. There's a lot better wrestlers than him. Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, CM Punk. There's loads. But if someone said he's the biggest draw of all time, I agree with that. He is. He took wrestling to the next level. He made it mainstream. No one else did. Well, him and Austin did, because it was mainstream when Austin was. But he was the first to do it, to put wrestling on the map and to take it to mainstream. So he is the biggest draw of all time. It's when wrestling had its highest ratings. It's when arenas were full, no empty seats. He took it to the next level, and he is the biggest draw of all time. But in-ring work, is he the best ever? No. He ain't. His matches wasn't very good. But, as I just said, as a putting butts in seats and high ratings and to make money, he made wrestling the most money out of anyone else. So, yeah. But, I disagree with him being the best of all time. He ain't. I laughed when he said that. He's like, come on. There's probably 50 to 100 wrestlers better than him. But he did the small things well, and that's how he's a massive star. He knew how to connect to the crowd. He knew how to do it, and he did it better than anyone else. Connecting to the crowd, getting people to react to him, filling out arenas. When you heard Hulk Hogan was on a show, people bought their tickets to go see him. So in that way, I respect him for what he did for the business. But it was a bit arrogant, him saying he's the greatest wrestler ever. I think if he said, I'm the biggest draw of all time, or I put wrestling on the map to be mainstream, I 100% would agree with that. But not in-ring greatest worker, no. That's bullshit. And then, after that, just checking my notes, so I wrote a big note on this. Hulk Hogan then says, Hogan and Terry Bollea are two different people. So, Hulk Hogan ain't really what Terry Bollea is. They're two complete different people. So, then Linda Hogan comes in the documentary episode, and then she says, she knows Terry Blair very well. Well, obviously she would, 'cause she's married to him. She was married to him for many years. And then after that, he talks about watching Florida Championship Wrestling and what interested in him to getting into wrestling, and he mentioned that he wrestled in the dungeon. In case people don't know, it's Bret Hart's dad's dungeon. And when he trained, one person who trained him put him in a leg lock and broke his leg. It broke his bone in his leg. And that was a way to get him to quit. But he didn't quit. He kept coming back. He came back. And then he also talks about the territories, whereas there's different places to go to. And then Jerry Lawler was also on this documentary. He talked about facing Hogan and what a big star he was. Then Bret Hart and Ted DiBiase was also on this. So Bret Hart, Ted DiBiase just talked about facing him and how he was dominant against people, beat him in a couple of minutes. Then Bret said Hogan couldn't wrestle, just dissing him. He was boring, but admitted he was a 10 out of 10 promo. Bret Hart was briefly on this documentary. He wasn't on it long. What was it gone on to that for? Hold on, I'm just getting back to my note. What was it on that? Fuck off. What was it going on that? I'm just getting back on my note. Yeah. Oh, so Hogan did join. He was the Hawk on the territories. Then he went to WWF. Thingy's Vince McMahon's dad's promotion, and he wrestled there for a bit. But then Hogan was gonna film the Rocky movie, the first Rocky movie, and he said, "I'm gonna film Rocky. After I'm finished, I'll come back." And Vince McMahon's dad said, "No, you're wrestling tomorrow." And that was when he was gonna film Rocky. Then Hogan said, "No, I'm doing Rocky." Then he said, "If you do Rocky, you're fired." He went and done Rocky, he got fired. Then he went to the AWA. And it kind of then ended there. Because they didn't really talk about the AWA much. But it got to that bit where he was. So it's coming to near where he started in AWA. Had a couple of year run there. Then he goes back to the WF in '84. So, what did I think to this? It was alright. It was watchable. What would I give it out of 10? I'd give it this episode a 5 out of 10. It was alright. It was alright. So I'll watch and review the other episodes tomorrow. So yeah. Also, I wasn't in the mood to record any football content today. Gaming content. I was wasn't in the mood. I'll do some tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the new documentary series of Hogan. Hopefully some of you enjoy it. And I'll also do Sunderland Chill or Die, next episode of that tomorrow. And possibly Chucky. Yeah, I'll get a Chucky episode done. I just wanted to watch other things tonight. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll put it in the description so you can watch it. But I'd recommend to watch it. If you're a Hulk Hogan fan and you like wrestling, give it a go. Right. See you guys later then. Bye for now.